Celebrate Truth. I'm Robbie Davidson. We've got a great article for you today. They're getting crazier and crazier as time goes on, and they call us crazy. I've never really trusted any governments. How ordinary mothers are being sucked into flat earth female movement, which incredibly claims the world is not a sphere. So this is interesting. This is by the Daily Mail. You got to love their journalism. But anyways, let's just see what they have to say. We've got Sarah Capewell, 38, from Worcestershire, studies quantum physics, moderates Facebook group for women worldwide who believes in a flat earth. Others believe governments peddle lie to hide natural resources. A former NASA computer specialist is among their numbers. Oh no, what are we gonna do? We've got a former NASA employee, and we've got someone who's in quantum physics believing in flat earth. Oh no, sound the alarm. Oh goodness, here we go. Cindy from Arizona is a former NASA's computer specialist, while Sarah Capewell from Worcestershire studies quantum physics in her spare time. They're sensible, well-educated women with families. The kind you're used to exchanging pleasantries with at the school gates, yet they're proponents of a baffling conspiracy theory that the Earth is flat. Amazingly, the theory is gaining momentum with hundreds of websites and groups dedicated to investigating the true shape of the Earth. And on Facebook alone, there are at least 50 groups, some with tens of thousands of members. Dun dun dun! Flat earthers used to mostly be male, but recently there's been a fresh influx of women from all over the world becoming involved. The basic premise of the belief is that the Earth is not a spinning ball in space, and according to FE disciples, there isn't and never has been any scientific proof of a globe Earth. NASA images of Earth from space are not evidence enough, as most of the pictures of the seemingly spherical planet are composites of CGI, which NASA freely admits on its website. And the women insist that the powers that had lied to about the shape of the Earth, they hide the valuable resources. All right, we got a couple pictures here, and let's go. Sarah Capewell, 38, from Worcestershire, now moderates a Facebook group where the members have become like family to her. The group is one of hundreds of similar groups and focuses solely on the flat Earth, the theory that the Earth is not a sphere, but a flat plane. I've always found that the explanations I've been given about the Earth, its shape, and how it works at school and via the media haven't sat comfortably with me. But I didn't give it much thought, says Sarah, who studied quantum physics in her spare time. I've never really trusted any governments, but it wasn't until the 9/11 attacks, which I saw live on TV and knew straight away that what I was seeing didn't make sense, that I started really looking into it. All right, what is this? Flat Earth female beliefs. Now, not sure about this, but apparently there are flat Earth male beliefs and flat Earth female beliefs. Why are they focusing so much on the female beliefs? But anyways, those who believe in a flat Earth model insist that our system is geocentric, not heliocentric. Yeah, that's right. There's no such thing as gravity. Yeah, okay. The Earth does not spin at 1,000 miles per hour. In fact, it doesn't move at all. Yes, I agree so far. The sun is not 93 million miles away, but much closer. Yeah, it's kind of insane to think that it would be that far away. Use your head, people. Antarctica is not the continent it appears, but to be an ice ring that encircles the flat Earth. Yeah, could be. Yeah, definitely. It's definitely not what we've been told. The moon and the sun are roughly the same size. Yeah, it's kind of what we're saying. Yeah, the moon is not 237,000 miles away, but sits at around 3,000 miles up. Could. Not really sure, but it's definitely not 237,000 miles away. You just magically went there in the 60s and 70s, but you have no freaking clue how to get there since. Oh, but wait a minute, what happened? Oh, we destroyed the technology. It's a painful process to build it. We only got billions of dollars, and it's painful for us to build, 1960s technology with our billions of dollars. It's just painful. So we want to go to Mars and Pluto instead. I think that makes a lot more sense. There's some kind of barrier, some call it a dome or firmament above the Earth, making the Earth an enclosed system. Yeah, that's what the Bible says, and yeah, that's kind of what we're going with, yeah. That we've been lied to by the authorities for 500 years. Well, I'd say a lot longer than that. This goes way back further than that. But yeah, I'd say with Copernicus, he really started implementing an entire heliocentric construct that really everyone just grabbed a hold of. The war between religion and science, and yet science knew that they couldn't have anything that pointed to the creator. So let's do a world construct that has everything that doesn't point to a creator at all, anything that just magically appeared. Oh, we're silly, but yet you guys believe that nothing became something. Okay, nothing weighs something, as Lawrence Krauss would say. Seriously, and then they call us crazy? Whatever. That most pictures and videos provided by government agency NASA are CGI fakes. Yeah, NASA, why don't you release a real picture? Please, we'd love to see it. Why don't you put like a 24-hour HD video stream on the moon? Hey, better yet, why don't you put one on one of your satellites and just have it on 24/7? No, not cutting off after 20 minutes. Oh, but the ISS, they've got a continual stream. No, they don't. Go watch it. Cuts off after 20, 25 minutes because, oh, they're going to the dark side of the Earth, whatever the hell that means. But yeah, we can send pictures back from Mars, no problem. But yet we can't even go around 24/7 with a camera in low Earth orbit. Give me a break. Articles like this are funny, but it's great because more people are being exposed to it, and I'm happy for it. But anyways, let's dissect and let's go through this a little bit more. I spent some time researching government agencies, including NASA, and discovered that almost everything they tell us is fabricated. All the images of Earth from space are just CGI cartoons. It even says on the NASA website that all the pictures of the Earth are Photoshop composites. That made me want to find out what the Earth is really like. Almost 2 years of research, I am now 100% certain that the Earth is not a spinning ball in space. Sarah said that being a female in the male-dominated flat Earth would make her want to share what she knows with other women. Well, that's a good thing. There's Sarah, there's some other women. I feel it's my mission, in a way, to bring other women into the fold. Having said that, I don't talk to many of my female friends, colleagues, or relatives about my beliefs. Most of them just don't get it and are too quick to judge, even though, when they know nothing about it, I'll discuss it if someone asks me about it, or if they're generally interested in learning. But if they just want to poke fun, there's no point in having a conversation. You can't force the information on people. I think I'm going to have to let my girlfriends discover this important stuff for themselves. Angela Kay, 49, a bartender from Nikiski in Alaska, agrees that the government lies about everything. Well, Angela totally believes that as well, which is good. Since I realized that, I've researched the possible reasons for the lie, and now I know the truth, she said. The main one, of course, is money and greed. Among others, they lie about the shape of the Earth in order to hide the existence of a whole lot of land and resources we should all be sharing. Not sure if I agree with that, but could possibly be true. I think there's a bigger reason. Maybe we'll get to it in this article. Maybe we won't. Let's keep reading. So I found it intriguing at first because I like to explore new ideas, and the more research I did versus the globe model, the more it made sense, she explained. I always felt like something was wrong with the concept of the globe model as it was presented. So I was much more willing to check out the flat Earth system. Never went back to the globe after that. Here's a picture of Cindy back in 1990s when she worked for NASA as a computer specialist. Let's see here, another one here. A stay-at-home mom of 4 from France is now living in Australia. First came across the subject when she spotted one of the Flat Earth guru Eric Dubé videos on YouTube. All the stuff he said made total sense, she said. I was aware of how everything works. The more lies they feed the public, the more lies they have. But I didn't know much about this. But the more I researched, the more I was convinced. The hard part is to make everyone else around you open their eyes without being called crazy. Mother of 4, Cindy became interested in flat Earth theory initially because of her religious beliefs. Cindy Holland worked for NASA in the 1990s as a computer specialist contractor. In May of 2016, I was watching a video on YouTube. On the suggested watch sidebar was a video entitled 75 Biblical Proofs of a Flat Earth. I watched it more out of curiosity, as I'm very strong in my biblical beliefs. From that day forward, I had been engrossed in researching the heliocentric model of our Earth. I found that NASA had been giving us fake information as well as CGI images. Ironically, I worked for NASA as a contractor just out of college from 1996 to 2000. I believe the Earth is a flattish disk with a dome, firmament. I do not believe in outer space any longer. I spend my time being a mom and researching this truth among many others. Flat Earth has changed my life in amazing ways. I feel free and peaceful now. The Bible makes more sense. Life makes more sense. I have clarity about most every aspect of my life now. I'm no longer political, as I now believe it is just a facade and part of the deception. God is more real than ever. He is literally above us, above the firmament, just like the Bible describes. Amen, Cindy. I am much happier and spend more time admiring our skies than I ever have. I feel blessed to have this understanding. I plan to continue my research and share as much as I can to help wake others to our true cosmology. And that's it. That's the article. So yeah, so we basically have an article going through all the women perspective, and I guess the journalist here is just kind of baffled in the fact that so many women, so many mothers, families, people are coming to flat Earth. Maybe they'll do a man article soon, but this one was actually catered for women just to show that a lot of just, I guess, normal women are coming to it. What in the world is going on? Well, I don't know who even wrote this. Jackie, what's going on here is that people are researching and realizing that there indeed has been some massive lies going on. These people are not stupid. These people are not dumb. These people are, and again, all these articles I go through time and time again. I'm going to go through another article here, probably maybe even by tomorrow. Article I found absolutely incredibly insulting. Probably the worst article I've read, but anyways, I'll get to that. This article, though, like I said, it wasn't so much, I wouldn't say it's bad. It's just basically talking about women that are coming into this, and it's talking about different vantage points, which I think is fair because, again, I've always mentioned this before. There's 3 points that people come to this. They can come to this based on a spiritual, looking at the Bible, taking the literal meaning of creation. It was created in 7 days. Evolution is a lie. The Big Bang is nonsense. God created it the way he said, the order that he said it, that he did it in. The Bible is truly the word of God. I'm going to take it just for what it is. Or you can look at it from a scientific point of view where you're like, I want to go out and I want to apply the scientific method trying to measure the Earth's curvature, or I want to measure the Earth's spin. We're supposedly traveling at over 1,000 miles per hour at the equator. This is what we're spinning at, and we're traveling around the sun at 66,000 miles an hour. These are crazy speeds, and then you get even further when you start traveling through the Milky Way. It gets absolutely insane with these numbers. Yet there's no scientific experiment to conclusively prove this. Oh, what about the shadow on the moon? Oh, what about boats go over the horizon? Seriously, if anyone continues to use these, you are the one that's going to look silly. You're going to lead more and more people to actually look into this topic if your 2 biggest reasons are shadows, eclipses, and boats go over the horizon. These are not good at all. These have completely been debunked, especially the boats go over the horizon. I think this was one of the earliest ways that people thought in their mind, we must be on a ball because the ship just disappeared. Bottom first. Oh, and to this day, 2017, read an article. Duh, don't you know? I mean, Bill Nye, he comes out and that's what he continually says, you know. Neil deGrasse, same thing. Oh, we're so small, we can't see curvature. Fine. Why don't you measure it using the scientific method? But you can't. So whether it's an article, you know, complimenting, talking, trying to investigate this topic, look into, you know, the details more, or completely insulting us, calling us names, and like I said, I'm going to get into the next one tomorrow. It's nasty, guys, real nasty. But at least I wanted to start with this one because, again, it's not bad at all. It's just talking about different women that have come to this, that are investigating it, and oh no, what are we going to do? We have someone that formerly worked at NASA, and we have someone that understands physics, and how in the world can they believe in flat Earth? Because they're looking into it, they're asking the questions, they're not getting the answers from mainstream science. So therefore, they're applying the scientific method. They're the ones that are actually starting to see the true reality of our world. And the media and everyone else will try to shut it down and say we're crazy and we're stupid and whatever. But again, it's not going to work. And a titled article from the Daily Mail saying how ordinary mothers are being sucked into flat Earth, female movement. I don't know if that's clickbait. I don't know if you're trying to go with some search engine optimization, getting all your keywords in there, but seriously, how flat Earth, you know, how ordinary mothers are being sucked into flat Earth. Well, I think they did a great job. Big congratulations to the ladies that were actually interviewed for this article. I thought you did really well. I thought that you were represented well, even how your interviews went or what they basically published in this article. And there was nothing crazy at all. So I think it was well done. And I think hopefully more ordinary mothers will look into flat earth, not be sucked in. You don't need to be sucked into anything. You just need to look into it for yourself. Don't listen to me, don't listen to them, don't listen to anyone. Basically, you do the research, you look for the answers, and see, all of us, that's exactly what we're trying to do. We're searching for the truth. Expose the world's lies, celebrate truth. Take care, guys. Hey, it's Celebrate Truth. I'm Robbie Davidson. We've got a great article for you today. They're getting crazier and crazier as time goes on, and they call us crazy. I've never really trusted any governments. How ordinary mothers are being sucked into flat earth female movement, which incredibly claims the world is not a sphere. So this is interesting. This is by the Daily Mail. Earth. Oh no, sound the alarm. Oh, goodness, here we go. Cindy from Arizona is a former NASA computer specialist, while Sarah Capewell from Worcestershire studies quantum physics in her spare time. They're sensible, well-educated women with families, the kind you're used to exchanging pleasantries with at the school gates, yet they're proponents of a baffling conspiracy theory that the Earth is flat. Amazingly, the theory is gaining momentum with hundreds of websites and groups. You gotta love their journalism, but anyways, let's just see what they have to say. We've got Sarah Capewell, 38, from Worcestershire, studies quantum physics, moderates Facebook group for women worldwide who believes in a flat Earth. Others believe governments peddle lie to hide natural resources. A former NASA computer specialist is among their numbers. Oh no, what are we gonna do? We've got a former NASA employee, and we've got someone who's in quantum physics, believing in flat, dedicated to investigating the true shape of the Earth. And on Facebook alone, there are at least 50 groups, some with tens of thousands of members. Dun dun dun. Flat Earthers used to mostly be male, but recently there's been a fresh influx of women from all over the world becoming involved. The basic premise of the belief is that the Earth is not a spinning ball in space, and according to FE disciples, there isn't and never has been any scientific proof of a globe Earth. NASA images of Earth from space are not evidence enough, as most of the pictures of the seemingly spherical planet are composites of CGI, which NASA freely admits on its website. And the women insist that the powers that had lied to about the shape of the Earth, they hide the valuable resources. All right, we got a couple pictures here, and let's go. Sarah Capewell, 38, from Worcestershire, now